I think you're gonna have to sweep our road.
Sweep it.
Get them stones off of there.
Yep, I know they're building up on edge.
Yeah, and I think when you go by the yard, you're gonna have to blow them out and put them the other way.
Yep. But it definitely helped them, you know, near as much on the edge as what we put on, and the road is gray now instead of black. But, yeah, we looked up the other day and I thought we were gonna have to do some. They brought all the stuff.
Supposed to rain Thursday, that'd be a good day.
Yep. They brought all the equipment came today.
Oh, really?
To do it, so must be they're still planning on being here Friday. I didn't hear from
Oh,
Molly.
you mean,
For chipping?
Pardon?
For chipping?
Yep.
oh, you mean the other way, something.
Yep.
You ready for it?
We will be tomorrow afternoon. We're real close. We got a little bit more ditch to do on Bragg and then up by the goat farmer to put some cold patch on that hill. But we're getting real close. And one pothole we found in Alva, fill that up.
You talked to Lee about that driveway being PennDOT?
Yeah, well, we gotta find out if it is or not.
Yeah.
We don't have any clue. I saw Doyle this morning at the bank and he said that Mrs. Barnes' old deed says that her property borders the old state road. So somehow we gotta, somebody, Doyle said just leave it the way it is. They're gonna haul some shale in there and make it so they can get back in there. And I said, well, you better make sure, maybe the state turned it back over to the property owners. A lot of times they do that. If they're taking the road and moving it over here, they're taking this property away from you, they'll give you this property back. So they may not. I said, well, the simplest thing would be let Mrs. Barnes have Doyle or Buck to have the right of way to get to his property. He said, well, that ain't gonna happen because we're gonna clear that out through there and put some shale in there so we can get it back in there. And I said, well, if it's a township road and it's gotta be opened up, her building's gotta go. And he said, well, she said she's not tearing that building down. And I said, well, I don't know. We gotta find out whose road it is first, who owns the property.
And I finally got a chance to call Caldwell right before, like at 4 o'clock, and he was with somebody and then he was leaving, so I didn't
Didn't get anything.
think.
So who knows? Might not be anything to us.
No.
But then it could be the same situation that Barnes Hill was, that they continued the rest of, up by Breeza and, what the hell's his name, that Stacy bought his property off, that they named that Barnes Hill, and then Breeza came here and demanded, since it was Barnes Hill, that it was now a township road and we needed to maintain it. No, municipal services said that we were only responsible for what Barnes Hill was on our roster, and that was the 1.6 miles, just because the county decided that it was easier to continue Barnes Hill out there for addressing or whatever, that it was not our responsibility because it was only that one section that was ours to take care of, because that was what was on our roster.
I don't know who we'd get all of to find out.
I'll call Steve Kehoe, see what he says about it. I was gonna talk to him at the Crimson, but I didn't go.
So if her deed says the old state road, then I would say that the state turned it back to either
Somebody,
the township or the property owner. But it never said anything in Burgess's deed where it said turned back to,
well, it didn't hers either, just said that her property bordered the state road, the old state road.
but Lean never said that his property said that it
No.
bordered the state road.
No, so.
The way that his deed said it was the old, like, cart path.
So it makes sense because if they moved the road, it would have been a state road before, and then they moved it down into Renewal. But I don't know, I wasn't around back then. It had been back in the 40s and 50s, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
You were around, Gary, you don't
No.
remember?
Oh, it was before that.
You think so?
Yeah. I think that, you mean Buchanan Road, they moved it?
No. The
Mopar?
Lane.
Mopar Lane Road.
I don't remember anything about that, but I do remember talking about moving
Buchanan.
the Buchanan Road. They used to,
It was, you went out, I don't know, it was kind of a curve to get up in there.
had a curve, so they straightened it.
Yeah.
And that was like in the 60s because that's what we found in the minutes here.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't anything official. That was just that they donated to move it over. Because the right of ways were gonna stay the same, basically. Remember how much trouble we had with him moving the stakes of how much the pine trees were sticking out on that curve? Amazing how that now that they're all
They cut them down, or cut.
Trimmed
trimmed
up.
them. Well, the issue there would have been, like, if the road kept shifting over and over onto their property, so if something happens, whose road is it?
well, they kept moving the stakes. The trees would grow instead of them trimming the boughs or anything, they would just move the stake.
Okay. Let's get started.
Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In your walker. This is better than kicking your shoe.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second it.
And
Well,
how
we
was
still
the
have
Monday?
visitor comments tonight. Any tax collector report, anything?
You got anything, Walter?
No.
Are you
Thank
sure?
you for asking.
Besides the hell of a Monday? No, Michelle hasn't, but, the 31st was only on, Sunday? So
Sunday.
she wouldn't have had anything
No.
yet, so.
Okay. Well, I guess we're down to road foreman report.
So, before you go any further, I do have the forms for the sign replacement, but I forgot to print them off to bring them to you. Like I said, the hell of a Monday. But do we have any signs that need to be replaced? Because we got a bunch of signs
I
last year.
think that we're probably, I'll check and make sure, but I think we're in pretty good shape.
Because if we do, it's only gonna be one or two.
Right, there won't be very
Possibly.
many.
Okay.
There
But
won't
I
be
will
very-
get the papers down tomorrow at some point and just get it back to me, before the 12th.
Aren't there some new ones out here now?
Yeah, we got probably half of them put up, but I still got a bunch to put up. But they've been building up, but I think we should be good. Nobody's well, I know we're gonna need a breeze road, breeze road, but they've all been stolen. I don't have a breeze road anywhere, they either steal the old ones.
Okay.
So, that's the one off my head that I know that we don't have, it's just for breeze and airs. Everywhere, the rest of them should be in fairly good shape.
Okay.
I see over at Granville, they got red signs.
Yeah, or Troy.
Troy,
Troy,
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty nice too.
they're easy to see.
Where do you, so you're gonna oil and chip Friday?
Yep, Scoop Boat's gonna do Bragg and Graham and Lake and Alva on Friday.
Sister Street, or Cemetery.
Cemetery Street.
Does that guy have anything put on it?
We got one hole in it now that we're gonna go fill in the morning. We
Okay.
seen it this morning, it's only about that big around now, but we'll go fill that in the morning. And then that should be, and they're only doing cemetery, right, not sister.
That's it.
So the snow will be good there. They got one load of cold patch to spread from the big pipe on Bragg Road coming back towards Graham Road. And then right in front of the Amish guys there, Seacrest dug that up, hooked to the water line last week, so we're gonna have to put some more in there and do some work there to get that smoothed out better so it don't sink in, but that's all we got left to do, then we're ready for them.
You ready for PennDOT?
I haven't heard nothing, we're ready for PennDOT, just gotta sweep it and.
I'll try to remember to call down there and talk to the guy, see if he got any idea.
What about, when we talked before, maybe having some tar and chip the driveway into here, did you guys think about that anymore or not, or?
Good idea. Just, I don't know if we'll be able to do it this year, but
Well-
maybe without,
Not this year.
We should put Doswell on first to settle that down.
And do it. That's fine, I just thought we had them white stones, I'm gonna save them for that if we gonna do it.
Okay.
Because did mention about around, Burgess's on the other end of Bragg Road, because by Dorita and Bob Smith, sorry,
Oh.
but Smith, she wasn't Burgess. Got Burgess on the brain. About doing stabilized gravel instead of dust control, because
Well, I
of-
put the dust control, it's held pretty good on that curve by Smith's this year. Some years it don't hold.
It stayed, it would be really nice except for 2 people drove through it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, but it stayed good. I think they used different oil this year because it stayed better everywhere, I think, than it did last year.
Might have been better all day.
This last year it kind of soaked right in a hurry, and this year it's built up on
There's a difference between it not being freshly
Graded?
graded. That it was crusted over. Does that have something to do with it?
Well, it might.
it. You know, like I say, it stayed good. I'm happy. There's a few places that it just looks like you just put it down yesterday. The ones that didn't get driven through especially.
did you get Thad's road done?
Yeah. I don't think I missed it, I haven't heard anything.
No, I didn't either. There was someplace else that somebody asked me why they didn't get any dust oil.
I did down to the end of the Bagway there by 414.
Yeah. What if the gravel, if we don't get it all spread before it gets too late, can it stay at the quarry, or do we have to have it all hauled down here and put it, what do you do with that?
I'd rather have it all hauled here, so
That's
that we
fine,
know that
I'd
we
rather
have it
too.
paid
Yep.
for.
I
How
don't
much more you gotta get?
know, probably 42, 44, somewhere in there.
Loads?
No, ton,
Tons.
100 ton. We've only hauled
We haven't hauled very
very
much.
much, no, what, maybe 12 loads? I'm not
Probably.
sure. They hauled another load or 2 Friday when they got done. And they hauled, I'm not sure how much I couldn't tell you honestly, Gary. I'm not sure, I just pushed up the pile and haven't been paying attention to it.
Okay.
Been more worried about getting ready for soup coat.
Cause when bees go, you know, we'd have room to stockpile, right?
Yeah. If we'll be able to push it up. It'll be fine. Hopefully we can
Got the fire contract?
Oh, yeah.
get the weather, you know, I mean, it's so dry right now, and talk to them, they're gonna start watering the pile. So it's not so wet when it comes, but right now it's just powder is all it is. So we'll start putting water on a pile up there, like on Friday. And then I'm hoping for Monday to have Seacrest start hauling. We'll do Sterling, that little stretch on Dresde first, because they're 2 small pieces. And then we'll do Rhodes and Sunset, and then if there's enough left, we'll at least do up the hill on Breeze Road if we have weather and whatnot that we need to do it. So,
Okay, garage heaters. Schooner's got a bid of $85.75. Boyer Mechanical's bid is $9,800. Now they didn't call
Who's is 9,800?
Boyer Mechanical.
Okay. And that's for the same
Same
size?
thing, two heaters.
How much?
But is that the same size?
I think so, they both. He said how big it is. I think when I talked to Georgie, those are 125, huh? Okay. His is, Boyer's is 100 apiece. So it looks like,
And Adma's from way before is,
Yeah.
250. So why?
I think that might have been just one.
No, there are two.
Two?
Yep. So why is them telling us that we need two big ones and they're telling us that we need two smaller ones?
Well, because,
And that was after they fixed everything.
I don't know.
So they're saying we need twice the size
No,
heater.
we don't.
Yes.
We don't need them, I don't think.
So how much was there?
19,254.
19,254.
But that's for two 250,000 BTUs.
That's way out of line.
But nothing else has been gotten fixed that they said that needed to be fixed. That it hasn't got dug down and the
Well,
concrete got insulated.
we can't do it now, it's done. As far as it's laying, along the wall, we can spray foam on the wall, inside and out.
Right.
And what was those prices again? Boyer was what?
9,800. School number's 85.75.
And
What size heater for schoonovers?
what was Schoonover?
125.
And boys 100 apiece.
Where's that boiler place? I never heard of them.
Boyer?
Where?
Boyers.
Ken Boyer, he works, he's just in it. He and
Used to work.
Calvin Mullen work together.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say the one in my garage is 125. Boy,
And you still have the other heater, right?
Mm-hmm. And that was working a little bit better towards the end of the season. But we decided that we still needed the supplemented heat.
Right.
But the concrete block has not been addressed.
We can't do it now, we gotta break that floor up.
No, you can't break the floor. They can't, the only thing they do with the block, and I don't even know if they drilled every core and spray foam the inside of it, what they're gonna do with that, or like he said, dig a hole outside of it, spray foam the wall, but both of them are ungodly expensive to do it. Kinda,
And Larry Four wasn't very forthcoming saying that it was like why we had to do it in the first place.
Mhm.
And exactly why did we have to do it in the first place?
He didn't say, did he?
No. But somebody had to say something of why it had to be done.
You mean the insulation, or what?
The blocking,
The blocking, that was Bartle.
because he didn't order
When he ordered the
this.
building, he screwed up a little bit, so he blocked it.
yeah, that's what Bob said, that they ordered the building and put in the steel was all one block too short, so they had to put blocks around it or something.
so,
And that wasn't we weren't notified on that,
oh yeah,
or?
they told us.
They told us.
They're just gonna lay a little block down there and be okay. So you're only getting half the heat for half the price of Adna. Right?
Well,
Right.
we don't, all this is just supposed to be a supplemental for what we got in the floor. Floor, after we got it fixed, that,
Right, the floor definitely was better last year. There's
We're
no
better
doubt
after
about
we got
that.
it.
So
But
the loops were not leaking.
One was, wasn't it?
No, they discovered they weren't.
there was something with a valve or something they got, the one they thought was leaking. they
It was a
actually got it
valve, not
straightened
the
up with a
actual
valve.
loop.
I mean, and after they worked on them, I mean, it's a lot better. But now they just need something to, like when you have the door, I mean, you open the doors up, you just cold in a hurry and it just runs forever to cool down, so like.
That's what these are for.
But, right, to make up that difference when you pull in, and then if the trucks have been out all day or all night, where they're cold like wind, it makes it work harder, and they should, you know, if they put something, it should help on the heat bill and the boiler running less and everything else, if you can get it back to temperature, so things will shut off once in a while. But
So do we have Abra,
Are they gonna stand by this bid, or are they,
what do we ask them, do we need them big heaters? We got bids for these guys say we only need 120 and 125 or 100 BTU. Can you give us a price on those, or do we do something and get it started, because winter's just around the corner?
I don't know if you drilled a hole in every core, the hole around the inside of that, and filled that with foam, if that would make enough difference in that being insulated on the ground, you would ever even notice it or not. I would think I agree. I
They
think
should have been put in there
there.
when they concreted it.
Yep. It should have been done there, and they should have had the insulation under the walls and stuff inside that they said they did and didn't.
So it wasn't, well, other than Schoonovers didn't have it working properly. It wasn't really their fault that it's not big enough to.
Rich said he told Larry Ford, it was too big a space to just try heated floor.
I know Troy tried to do theirs with just heat floor and couldn't do it either.
Look on the Armenia, they had the same.
Right, had the same
So
problem.
what size heater did Detroit put in?
I don't know, they put a waste oil one in, is what they put in to make up the difference, but they're such a pain in the butt,
Well, that everybody that's got them said they probably never do it again.
you know.
I don't know. We don't wanna put two smaller ones in.
it'd not be enough?
I know. Not gonna hurt anything, but is it gonna
But if
be?
it's not gonna be enough, then where
That's
are we
right.
gonna be?
Yeah, we'll be back to square one where we're gonna put two more heaters in, and then we're gonna be up to the 20,000.
So
So I don't know.
I say we put in what Schoonover wants to put in. I think it's a run it, do it. All they're doing is filling up the heat from opening the doors.
Right, the doors in the truck. They're putting 200,000 ones,
225.
so it'd be
Schoonover put
250.
125.
Yeah.
But two of them, so it'd be 250.
And Abner was gonna put 250 ones in. Well, Jesus, is the boiler big enough to keep up?
They don't have nothing to do with the boiler.
they're gonna
These
be direct line
These
to
are
the,
direct heated
to the gas line.
to the gas line.
Oh, okay, so we gotta be bending.
Yeah.
Is
Well-
what's his name's gas, or they
No.
boiler? Abner,
Gas,
or Abner's?
I thought they were hooking them up
I
to the
thought that was
boiler.
gonna be boiler too, that would explain why there's so much more money.
units will vent outside through the sidewall with vent hood, gas line will run to each unit from the meter
Mhm.
location with
Okay,
black
yeah,
iron.
good.
Electric will be ran on its own dedicated circuit, and there'll be its own service switch.
That's not.
So that's gas.
So now we're losing efficiency, because I was told they were gonna run off the same boiler.
They mentioned it.
If that's the case, then, that's fine with me, because if you start venting it, then you're blowing a bunch of heat out the pipe. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not as efficient.
Well, it doesn't say what the efficiency on ABMA's is, but,
They're only about 75, To 80.
Schoonover is 80%.
and so it's gonna say 75 to 80%.
That's about what they run.
Boiler is almost 100.
You don't lose much with them.
What, did Troy Township put in vented ones, or did they run them off the
They
boiler?
used to waste oil furnace,
Waste oil.
is what they're
So
doing.
that's not.
And a waste oil furnace is fine as long as you get perfectly good used oil, and have somebody that every morning services it and gets it ready to go, and they're fine. But if you don't mess with them every day, then you get one little bit of bad oil, and then it's a fight.
Troy also re-insulated their walls. Redid their walls.
I don't know.
I don't know, we've got a big one and a small one.
I know Union Township, they got 3 pipes sticking out. You go by there when it's cold and they got, I think it's 3 or 4 heaters. And they're vented.
Who does?
Union Township.
They're not vented?
Yeah, they
Oh, they
are.
are?
Any of these heaters, they shouldn't run along, they should be run to get it warmed back up after you get it
They're not
cooled
gonna
down.
turn off.
And then they should turn off. So you know, I mean, it's not like you're gonna lose a lot out the chimney, because they,
Right.
That's how cold it is outside.
right. If everything goes the way it's supposed to, they should run for half an hour, whatever, till things are warm again, and shut off and not run until we have the doors open again.
Well,
To have one big one on the truck side, so when you pull in the cold trucks and like loaded with cinders
Right.
overnight that they can thaw out. And then a small one on the other side just to keep
Make up the
it.
difference.
And if the boiler's big enough to have the big one with the boiler.
Yeah.
What size is the boiler?
200, I think.
I can't remember, it's big.
If
Because I
it's-
know when we talked about this, that boiler, I thought that was gonna,
I thought it was gonna run the heaters.
Me too.
I thought, boy, that's a great thing.
but it doesn't say that on that thing.
If it's only 200, then you don't want your heaters running off of it.
285,000
Is that what it is?
input, 264,000 output. That was what they're.
And how long does it take for that to heat it back up once you close your doors?
With the new heaters in there,
With the heater, no, the heater that's already there.
sometimes it never shuts off. Like when it's cold out, and you pull it, if we come at this time of night and pull the trucks in, they'll still be cold, and it'll still be running when we come back at 2 or 3 in the morning to,
Okay.
you know, if it's
So the boiler's not gonna handle anymore.
not very, well, if the boiler could just run hot water and then they blow it through it, so you have radiant heat off over it, whatever you wanna call it, and then it would if it's big enough, but if you cool it down too much, trying to run through them, and then the floor is too small, and then you're just fighting a losing battle.
Hey Gary, what's going on?
Hey George, we got some bids here.
Okay.
One bid is 100 BTUs for each unit, and your bid is 125. You know, another bid that's 250.
Okay.
Two 250s, isn't that kind of high?
I'm not gonna say yes or no. We did some calculations and, Lee Preston and I chose, and Eric, I talked to him about also, and we figured if we put a total of 250 in there, we felt that will help raise you up, that will help thaw out your trucks and your cinders when you wanna bring them in there when it's 0, and help keep that place warm. Still basically being, your boiler being basically primary, this being a supplemental boost to everything. And basically when you get that 6 weeks like we had last winter when we actually had a cold winter, this will supplement enough.
Okay.
That is what our gut feeling was.
And one of them be hooked up to the
So,
boiler.
and really, I mean, 100s to the 250s, 100s might run an extra 45 minutes or an hour throughout the course of a whole day to keep that, and the 250s will definitely heat it, and if something ever went wrong with the boiler, the 250s would probably darn near heat that thing if the boiler did went down, Gary.
Okay.
So, but that's something that, like when I asked you earlier, I was thinking in size, and then I don't do a whole lot of the calculations and stuff like that, but that's where we came up with the 125s.
Okay.
And figured if we put one basically right over top of the corner of that mezzanine, like right over top of the boiler room, and then one down at the other end, like one beam in, and kind of pointed them towards doors, basically where you park the trucks in the wintertime, and get most of the heat up in there. That's what we felt would be sufficient, and do what you guys were looking to do without adding another couple $1,000 on bigger size heaters, Gary.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's all our opinion.
Okay.
Gary. We just tried to analyze and size it the best that we could for what you guys were possibly looking to do in there.
Okay.
Can one of them be tied into the boiler system?
But it's not tied to the boiler system we have now, right?
No,
Okay.
these are totally self-sufficient. They will have a separate thermostat,
Yep.
and they will run completely alone.
Okay. Okay then.
All right,
Yep.
sounds good, Gary.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Yep.
So do we have them give us the price on the two bigger ones? He said if the boiler ever went down, it would definitely heat the building,
Right.
but probably the two smaller ones would, I don't know.
Well, it's,
We shouldn't even have to go through this, but
Schoonover has the lowest bid. So, I mean, my opinion is to go ahead and let them put it in.
And theirs was a
125.
Schoonover was 125. And how much was the builder one?
Well, yours
Or
was
boiler?
100 apiece.
Yeah, so they're smaller. Schoonover is even bigger than what he was
Yeah.
talking.
And Abner's was 19,000. For twice, really, there's not much difference. If you wanna look at it
Right
that
when you
way.
figured out for the.
But on the other hand,
heater.
on the other hand, there is a difference because everybody's gotta run the gas line, everybody's gotta run the electric, that's all figured in. So I would say Abner's is a little high.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, would Schoonover's put in two bigger ones? I don't know, I don't know. I don't wanna get in the same predicament we're already in. But if
Well, he
they,
just said they felt that they would run it into the other unit, the main boiler.
quit.
The
Well,
big one
The
would.
big one,
Right.
the big ones would, the
The
250.
250.
No.
Not this one.
Yeah,
No,
that's what
No.
he said.
No, he said that if the two big ones were installed, then they would heat the garage if the boiler system went down.
Yeah.
Not the ones that they want, the bigger ones.
yeah, he said the 250,000 BTU,
He
if the
was
boiler
talking-
quit,
He was talking total of these, 250.
no,
I think so.
no. No,
Well, he
No,
didn't price
he
it
said
that way.
he said the two bigger ones would heat the
well,
garage.
we asked him about putting the bigger ones in, what the bigger ones, and he said if you put the bigger ones in and the boiler quit, it would definitely heat that building and no problem.
And the reason why they went with 125 for the quote that they provided was for the calculations, it was just the supplement of what we had. That they put it in the two corners, point them at the doors.
So basically, if we decided to put in, if we wanted to put the two bigger ones in, he said a few $1,000s more to put the bigger ones in. Isn't that what
You
he
would
said?
probably say, probably double what he's quoted now, so
Yeah,
it
but
was
not-
16.
Not really because he's still gotta run the gas
Still a
line,
line or whatever,
line and
yeah.
everything, and the vent and everything would be there, you just gotta buy the bigger heater.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I wonder boilers, how they hang them from the,
Ceiling. Or
Find a
else
beam.
mounted to the wall.
that's how they do it.
They might hang them in the ceiling.
I'm not sure, could beams are only, what, every 10 foot or something?
I'm not sure. 8 foot maybe.
They're, you'll find them.
I mean, if you had a bigger one and a smaller one in the far corner, then at least the 250 where you parked the trucks, then you would know that they would be thawed out.
Yeah.
If something even
Put a
happened.
bigger one, put a bigger one in by the, over the boiler room now.
Right,
Cause the trucks are always on that end.
Right, yeah,
Right.
the trucks are always on this end. Like they put one over the boiler room and blow it towards the trucks.
and then even if something did happen to the boiler, then you would have that, I mean, at least for
That
that,
heat would be there, because that's where all the water and everything is on this
would
end.
drip. So you wouldn't be too far behind by the time somebody got there to fix what
Right,
needed to be fixed.
right.
So do we wanna ask them how much more it would be? I think we're scared because it ain't keeping up, it wasn't keeping up the way it was.
Right.
Now, we're gonna spend money and
Yeah, I understand.
another half-assed job,
Need to be made sure it's right, that's why you spend this time, so it's done.
Hello again, Gary.
Another question, George.
Yes.
What if we put one bigger one in over the boiler room, like a 250 or something like that, and a smaller one down the other end?
You could do that. I mean, everybody just priced this and we put their time on there I just know when I talked to you, you were looking for two smaller ones.
Yeah.
And so that's what everybody priced up. Or that's what we chose to price up anyway.
Yeah.
So how much more
So,
would be?
because I think once we go to a different model, we buy a different name brand and a different style. But anything is possible. I mean, you could definitely price up a 200 and a 120 down at the other end and kind of blow them to where you do park the trucks. Because I know in the past, those far couple bays down at the end, you weren't really running your trucks in and out of there as
No.
much in the winter.
No, we
This
weren't.
the first 2 days.
Okay,
So that is definitely another possibility that you could go through and basically reprice it. Our price if we upsize to a 200 or something like that, and just a ballpark without putting it out there for sure, you might be talking another $1,000 for the upsize of the equipment possibly.
okay,
That's it.
Or if you did a 200 and then a 125, something like that, you could take our number and possibly add $1,000 to it or something like that.
okay,
Your labor and your gas lines don't really change a whole lot, and you're still gonna get a lift in there and hang this stuff.
okay,
So, but that's a ballpark for you to
okay,
talk about and see what you're thinking.
okay,
Thank you.
All right, sounds
Thank you.
good again.
yeah.
Yep, bye.
that's what he said, because they're already running the gas line, the electric,
Right.
thermostat wire. And he just said, you gotta have something to hang it with, all that stuff is there, all you're doing is buying a bigger heater.
It might be a well spent $1,000.
If that's all it's gonna be, I'm still gonna be under,
Way cheaper.
under Boyer.
Yeah. Well, we
Well,
want to
we better have him get a price, see if he can get a price, and do we need to have another meeting and get it official before? Or do we need to get it done or discuss it and figure out what we're gonna do? If it's $1,000, go ahead and do it and get started, because we're in September now.
said be going to a different kind of heater, if you go up to a higher BTU.
So this one is the Modine.
And that's what,
Modine are good heaters.
where was it?
Mine's
Yeah, that's what.
hot
It was,
dog or
Literature.
it's the exact same thing Carquest has got hanging up in there.
So if they can get it in a 250, why can't Schoonover get it in a 250?
Well, he probably could. He just, I don't know why he come up with a 200.
Because if, Ammo was quoting, Modine 250, then why can't Schoonovers get it?
That was high price anyhow.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We had a bid for the AC in the church. Like Schoonover was $4,000 or $5,000 less.
Well, they figured it out, so.
Yeah, that's what I will say, they were willing to come here. Did they bill us? They billed us for it, right?
Right. But Schoonovers would have too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least they were willing to come here. So,
So if they can get a Modine, PTP hanging unit at 250, and they can get a Modine hot dog or whatever,
yeah, that's what I have.
why can't they get that in a Modine?
I don't know.
They're already dealing with the same
Did
company,
he say a different brand or different style?
both.
Both of them. Well,
Well, keep in mind that
you're leaving here at 12, aren't you?
I am, and then we already planned on having October's meeting on the 13th, because original plan was for me to be gone at 6. But
Okay. Let's just decide right now what we wanna do.
I say if they can get the bigger unit,
Put both bigger units in?
That's what I think.
not both bigger units, at least one bigger unit on the boiler side, and then 125,000, or yeah, 125,000 BTU on the smaller side, then they can upgrade it. If they can put it in between, they can upgrade it, not go over $2,500 to upgrade it, then they should do it.
But we just said maybe 1,000.
I'm giving them a little wiggle room.
You're gonna get a little,
Part of me thinks just put two bigger ones in and have it over with, but what do you think, Brett? Do we need them that big? I don't know.
I'm a lot happier having a bigger one on this end, because that's where everything has been put, all the water, if something ever happens, all the wire stuff there. On the other end, if we don't really, if we tinker up, we leave a sweatshirt on or whatever, it's not a big deal anyhow, when we work on stuff at that end. This end of the building is way more important to keep this truck thawed out and the water. So I think if I was doing, I would probably put a bigger one on this end, because the trucks are gonna suck up everything that blows out. When you pull in there with 20-ton cinders in them, it's gonna suck it all up. At the other end, all that stuff sits in there all winter. After the first couple of days, it gets
It's already
warm.
warmed up anyways.
Right. So if I was
So-
doing, I would put a big one down here, the 120 in the other end, and hopefully end the whole problem, so you never had to mess with it
It
again.
ain't gonna get any worse.
Right, it's gotta help. I mean, no matter what you put on this end, it's gotta help. Because it's just, all the heat comes up from the floor, and it can't keep up. It's too much. You know, and part of that is, like we know already, the insulation, the way the box is, and the insulation not being right, some of the reason I don't keep up, and it's a big garage.
Well, we'll put in 250 and a 125.
That's what I think, something like that. I mean, I don't really see, we don't need all the extra heat in the other end. It's gonna all radiate everywhere in the garage anyhow.
And if the boiler system is up and running decent, and the metal is hot, then that's gonna hold.
Right. It'll help.
Okay, I'll make a motion to do what Brad just suggested.
Second. At 250, you think 250 and a 125?
That's what I think, yeah, for 250, or, yeah, that's what you have with 125 to start with, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Correspondence, got any new business?
I don't have anything.
Correspondence, election bureau, voting machine dates.
Yes, they're bringing the voting machines on November 3rd, and it's in red. Please also be aware the election supplies may not be accessible to the public until election morning and must be maintained in a secure environment. Please plan accordingly.
But we're supposed to have our, not supposed to be in those voting machines here. We've done it for years.
Well,
What?
it's now in red.
I see that.
20 years or more.
So,
We're gonna have to move our meeting to the 10th.
what I mean to the
Why
10th,
can't we just move it to the garage?
could go to the garage, you did it before.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have new heaters
Well,
to show off.
Oh, yeah, we'll be sitting on there, no shirts on, except for Elmer.
I would hope everybody.
I don't wanna scare everybody away.
Co-Star salt,
The contract came out, it's American Rock Salt at 77,
95 a ton.
77.95 a ton.
And that's delivered to you? The 77, that includes trucking?
Yes, yeah, same procedure as before, that if you need it, you can just call them, and then
Assessment report.
just Jennifer, Person and James Duffy stuff.
Okay.
VA exemption.
Construction permits.
Recreational cabin and another cabin.
Have you heard anything on Reynolds property up there?
Mm-mm.
They haven't cleaned up or anything? They don't use
They
it.
bought another one.
They bought a house.
I heard
Well, from what I hear, that the insurance companies are fighting. The car insurance is fighting with the house insurance because homeowners says that the car insurance should be responsible, and the car insurance saying that the homeowner should be responsible. So they are.
I heard it was an insurance issue, but I didn't know.
They're fighting because neither one wants to
So they
pay.
ain't got any insurance money yet.
No, because we would get some of it
Well, we would hold it in escrow until
Right.
everything was, but,
cleaned up.
so they're fighting. One is blaming, well, the one is saying that it should be their responsibility to pay out, and the other
Don't
one
start
is,
in the garage, you can tell that, because there's nothing left of it.
Right.
what, they can't tell them if it's a car
Tore it
issue
down.
to set it on fire?
Well, the garage is down.
It would burn up.
Yeah, but it's the house, what's left is what's the house is.
Yeah, but I mean, the garage burned up.
Yeah, I'm right
They didn't
on.
tear that down, it burned up.
Yeah.
But then wasn't there some issues with Ford's vehicles, a bunch of recalls that they could catch on fire too or something? That's probably why
Yes.
the insurance companies are feuding so bad.
I'll have to call you back, I'm at the township meeting. Bye.
Okay, gas rated correspondence. Something about the swingle pad.
They're gonna intend to drill.
Saw her down the dollar store. She's so happy that they renewed her driver's license. 1 more year, she can drive till she's 100 years old. She don't look 96 years old.
Proud of her.
What do we usually do with this thing? Here's all the figures, if you wanna look at them, you can have them.
Yeah, we have to sign it.
Well, here's
We
this,
can't go without coverage.
you know,
I'm not paying I wanna say
If we sign it tonight, I can take it to the meeting.
per call basis. Cause
Yeah, that
that
gets
gets
a little expensive.
expensive in a hurry.
Oh, here's other meeting stuff too. Well, you want me to sign it, my section? You have to put your seal on it?
Okay. So then the only other things that I wrote down to think about for budget is whether or not to increase the mills a little bit to help with
I suggest you do that.
the
Should've done it last year.
loan and
Yeah.
this.
If we don't, we're gonna be in trouble. I know nobody likes to pay taxes, but eventually it's gonna come to the point where we ain't got any money to operate on. Especially if the impact money keeps going down every year, we got a building to pay for.
And
Next
whether
year.
we want to increase the supervisor pay, we put the ordinance in for when he gets elected. It doesn't need to start then, but we need to at least put it in. If that's what we wanna do.
You guys need to vote on the fire contract?
It's something that we're gonna do, cause as a per case by case basis, it's gonna be expensive.
Right, but I'm just saying,
So make a motion to accept the fire contract.
No second,
Okay, motion made, second, accept it.
we don't have a choice,
I
whether
vote
we
yes.
vote on it or not.
It's in the budget every year.
That's why I sent you
well,
the
it
figures.
was increased this year, right?
Usually there is,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well,
I know
well,
Canton-
last year there wasn't, but I think,
before then there was not.
Yeah, that's a line out.
I think Ray pays a little more attention to the numbers than Scott did. Scott was the training and the what we need type guy.
you what?
Was the training and what we need kind of guy. Ray's the numbers where we're gonna get
He got-
money for the
well,
training.
And he got right around, got everything done. Let us know early. Well, the borough had a fit there because they didn't know how much fire contract's gonna be here.
I haven't heard any more about them moving out of the borough.
No. You got that land down there, but one of these we can keep.
Yeah, I got
Right.
one.
Okay.
Somebody said they wanted to build it like out in back of Peppers or something.
Down past Peppered where
They
that
bought
little
some
house.
land.
They bought that where the, yellow house is,
Is that where it is?
between Peppers and, Cricket.
Yeah.
The problem is the power lines, they need them moved, but it's extremely expensive.
Do you have any checks to sign?
Nope, I haven't used the ones that,
Oh, good.
even after mucking up and forgetting payroll,
I forgot payroll.
it's been a week full of Mondays.
I got, Brooks Gladney does mine for the buses and he's not doing it anymore. What the hell's her name? Boggs. What's her,
Rachel?
Michelle's gonna do it. I just talked to her this morning. I'm not doing payroll. I don't know where to begin. Becca did it, and if it's late, and then they have a fit, and it's gotta be done on time.
Do it.
And no more than she charges, it ain't worth it.
Right.
I just send her the information and it's all done. Direct deposit.
So I gotta remember to push those buttons again. I don't know why I remembered when I was brushing my teeth.
I don't know.
think about a lot of things about brush beef.
So
So,
all we got,
I guess, so Schoonover's, I guess, is gonna do the big heater, small heater.
yeah, I'll call him tomorrow.
So yes, I am not sure what car I'm taking, but,
Why'd you smash up another one, or?
no, I pulled into the driveway and I heard a lot of clunk on mine, and the wheel, is sitting awful close to the wheel well.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if it's, hopefully it's just a spring.
There's no spring. on
There's
the
no
front.
springs,
Oh.
struts.
Strut.
Front one?
On an Atlas? On my Volkswagen?
Is it a front one or rear one?
Rear.
Oh.
I don't know if they have springs on them anymore or not.
Well, according to the NHTSA thing, that potentially it's going to be recalled, or it's in that time frame where they have produced recalls. My VIN is not in one of those, but when I call and complain a little bit, if that's what it is, hopefully it will get replaced.
You
for
complained
nothing.
about something?
If it is worthwhile, yes, I will.
Yeah, you will, okay. So, you're gonna have to borrow your mother's car?
That is what's sitting out there, but I don't know
If
if
she's
it's gonna,
gonna,
actually, it's my car, so.
Oh.
The title is
when are you leaving?
the 12th,
And when is it you'll be back?
the 23rd late.
Then October, you're going again, or did you cancel? You canceled that trip?
I canceled that trip,
Okay, so we're still meeting on
the 13th, because it's,
Columbus Day.
because it's like $100 and some bucks to put a notice in the paper.
They, did a lot of talking to the COG meeting the other night on AI and data systems. Central Progress Authority. Well, did so did Daryl and Zach.
What they can't think of.
It's company that's coming to provide for it. Buildings, I think. They may have to build a building or two. I don't know what the deal is there.
Who's building a building?
Well, the county might have to put up some with these data systems.
Oh.
And AI too.
The Girl Scouts should start meeting soon, so they can still meet here if they clean the building, yes. I think that's a good trade.
Yep.
They complain, but that's okay. That's the license plate for the truck.
I see that. I know where before.
I was gonna give it back to Dottie. I thought it was, because it came right around the same time as the registration for my car. I'm like, why are they sending me a new license plate for my Nissan?
So can you open it, huh?
At the, at
Truck in
our.
the core.
That's off, isn't it?
It's the new license plate. It's the new Pennsylvania license plate.
Right. I'm sure it's the new place with the pickup,
They look the same?
Well, it's the new style.
new style one.
Oh, really?
What's that?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, remember many years ago when I was a kid, every 2 years you got a new license plate. And the background was blue and the letters were yellow. And the next time the background was yellow and the letters were blue. And then Governor Ridge had the prisoners paint all these. He's the one that changed it all. And got these license plate here, this color. So how many years ago? Hell, he's dead, ain't he?
Ridge? I don't think so.
Oh, I know,
I think
he's
he's still
got
around.
Parkinson's or something.
But.
That's been a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
Couple of years.
before Eleanor was born.
I remember the sign that said Tom Ridge Governor.
Now, I found a picture when they tore the kitchen and the bathroom off the farmhouse. Found a picture in there, and I'm pretty sure it was taken on the steps of Grandpa Faust's house, you know, them round steps that he had? It almost looked like midgets hugging, but I don't know, we can't really read. Cindy thought it told what the name was.
He's 80 years old.
Is he? Told what the name was and what year, but I want to say it was in the 40s. Two people hugging. We can't make out who they were. I don't know how it was down in, when they tore the one cupboard out, it was down in there by the.
Governor of Pennsylvania from 95 to
Double wide
2001.
where Rick was.
Yeah,
They're setting it tomorrow.
are they? I see they had those concrete pillars in.
Mm-hmm.
When I went by. I wonder how long before the kids start school.
They started.
How they getting there?
They ride the Troy bus to Troy.
Why?
Well, talk to the school. They're ones that have gone out there and told them they had to ride Canton bus. To spy kids.
Well, we're getting one from over by Donnie Heller's farm, that next place up. That's a Troy school district. Well, Heller's place is too. That guy's taking his kid down and getting on the corner of Cleverly. Some homeless kid they're taking down there. The dad's taking them down there. So maybe it doesn't matter. The bus goes by, get on.
Well, I don't know. My brother said it's illegal to do that. You gotta go to the school you're living in.
Well, yeah, I know. That's.
I don't know whose fault it is. I think it's Troy. They didn't come out and check it out. See, they just took their word that Windfall Road. There's Windfall Road in Granville. See, that's why.
It's definitely Canton School District, clear down into Cowley, right? Down to Capachucks, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And where's it in Alva, at the railroad track?
No,
No.
Binford's.
Binford's, that's right,
The
yeah.
house is on
And Finchard and Sally Motts went to Troy. And Sally sends her kids to Canton. Of course, so didn't Josh and Theron. All their kids went to Canton. But I think they're in Canton
the, most
Township.
of their properties in Canton Township.
Yeah.
Now, I do know if you got a divorced couple, like say one lives in Troy,
Yeah.
one lives in Canton, they can go to either school, but they're
That's-
not responsible for transportation
That's what my
outside the
brother-
district.
My brother says that was a case that they could swap back and forth.
But not in this case over here.
No.
Well,
Where's the bus, does it turn around at their place, or?
no, it
Comes
goes.
to Windfall over, picks them up. When it goes, I followed the other night, it goes to Windfall, and it turns right and goes on East Canton Road.
I don't know who that bus driver is. I don't know who's one driving bus was by our place
It's
now.
a Troy driver.
Well, one day I was going over through there. I guess we didn't have school, and the Troy bus pulled down Kelly Road and backed out into the main road. It hit that sign, the road sign, knocked that down or bent it over. And then he pulled ahead again, backed up, went back towards Alba. I don't know who it was. I never seen the guy before.
That guy lives there on
Didn't
Keller.
realize his bus stuck out.
Yep.
Then
In a
they-
van.
we haven't seen it sitting there, that's why I wanted to
It's
see
there
it.
now.
Is it?
Well, if you go out there and check those in the morning, they might be gone.
Yeah, we're usually there by 5:45 or so.
I'm not sure what time he leaves. Did say, did he?
But we
We're all
haven't
good?
seen it.
Yep. Unless you got something
Meeting
more,
adjourned.
unless you got more you want to write down. Well, have a good trip. See you next month.
Way too much food and not enough time to do it.